Do you remember the Dove soap normal bodies campaign? Right? The women in the ads were like, "We're bodies normal in our underwear. Buy our soap." Right? Okay, cool. How is that supposed to make anyone feel any better? Right? Saying your body is normal is not a compliment. The John Mayer song was like, "Your body is normal, normal body, normal." Don't think it would have been as big of a hit, right? My husband told me I looked normal once. I cried so hard my fake eyelashes fell off.
Cat Timpf is on the Adam Carolla Show.
The book, I Used to Like You Until ... is out September 10th, but you can pre-order it now. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever you find finer books. All right, what do we got for the news, Joe?
Babe Ruth's called shot World Series Yankees jersey sells for a record $24.12 million, the highest price ever paid for a piece of sports memorabilia. Heritage Auctions director Chris Ivey said this is essentially the Mona Lisa when it comes to sports memorabilia.
$24 million.
Well, it is, because I'm aware that happened, and I don't really follow. I'm not a big sports gal, and I've heard of it, so I think that Mona Lisa is a fair assessment. That's an insane, I mean, I guess for some people, maybe not a lot of money, but...
Well, the real power move is to buy the jersey and then play softball in it. Yeah. Put your name on the back of it, have it in your beer league.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's so funny because I think I woke up to this on Sunday morning, to this Babe Ruth news, and I watched over and over the Shohei Ohtani 40-40 baseball. Okay, so you don't know. But there's a club. There's a club called the 40-40 Club, and that's stealing 40 bases and hitting 40 home runs in a year, right? And the reason it's a pretty exclusive club, he's the sixth guy ever to enter that club, is because Babe Ruth could hit home runs, but he couldn't really steal bases. You know, the guys that are smaller and faster, I was going to
say, they probably can't run as fast,
steal the bases, but then they don't hit the home runs. So the guys who are hitting the home runs and stealing the bases, so that's an overall athlete. And so there's only six, and Ohtani is huge here, but he's even bigger in Japan. It's everywhere in Japan. And so I'm watching him hit the 40th, and he hits his 40th in the 9th inning, and it's a game winner. It's a walk-off win, and it's in L.A.
And it's a grand slam.
And it's a
grand slam.
Walk-off grand slam, and we'll show you the clip here.
First pitch. Fly ball, right center field.
Now, we really need to focus on the poor guy with the mitt. There's a guy who brought a baseball mitt, and he literally just was perched directly under the ball, and the ball hit him in the mitt.
He's got to still think about that, like forever. Probably till the day you die.
It landed in his mitt. First off, he's just standing there. I mean, can of corn. Did not have to move right or left or anything. He just had to put his mitt up and catch the ball.
Oh, man. Every time you in your life want to buy something but couldn't afford it, you'd have to hate yourself all over again.
You'd have to remember your Little League coach going, 2 hands! 2 hands!
Yeah. I think that this person probably needs, like, therapy. I mean, like, this is...
Oh, it's beyond. It's grief counseling. Yeah. It's more than therapy.
It's the death of the life you could have had.
Yes.
Had you caught... And you brought the glove. You brought a glove.
An adult.
And you're an adult and you brought a glove. People were probably making fun of you.
That seat.
And you could have been like, I'll show them. And you, like, oh, man, I hope this person's okay, but there's no way they are.
Everything went as planned.
That wasn't until it didn't. Yeah, that wasn't a line drive either. No, that thing spent a lot of time. That was a moonshot, and he settled right under it, and it bounced off the heel of the glove. It went into the glove. It bounced back onto the field. So then I heard that the right fielder tossed it back up into the stands. Now, I don't know that the right fielder knew it was the 40-40 ball. I don't know, but he tossed it back up into the stands. You'd kind of think if he knew it was a 40-40 ball, he would have thrown it back in so that Ohtani could have it. Right, but he didn't. He threw it back in the stands, and then I thought, oh, he threw it to the guy with the mitt who muffed it.
But he didn't?
He didn't. Somebody else.
Who got it?
A person other than the guy with the mitt who muffed it. The ball got, like, kicked around. It was
I would have lost teeth diving on that ball.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would have.
Or just blowing the guy who got the ball so you could get the ball from it.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, you're having new life.
Well, so that was, Friday night or whenever it was, and then the Sunday I woke up to Babe Ruth's jersey for $24 million, which this guy woke up to too, which didn't help, right? And then you start going, well, all right, it's a 40-40 ball. There's only 6 people on the planet now who do that, and this guy pitches as well. I mean, he's a superstar, but he's also the biggest player in Japan, and Japan has expendable income, and guys are like mega fans. Like that ball should be auctioned in Japan, like at Sotheby's. But I'm thinking, so Joe knows guys who do sports memorabilia. I mean, I feel like that thing's $500,000 today, and in 5 years from now, it's going to be $2.7 million. But if Shoei dies in a train accident in Japan,
here's what he's got to be hoping for. He's got to be hoping for 10 more homers and 10 more steals. So he goes 50-50, and then no one cares about the 40-40 ball.
Here's a question. Do you think he ever brings a glove to a game again?
He should never go to a game again.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that he can do that. I don't know that after you fumble that, literally, I don't know if you can pack that glove with you to go to the game again. I don't know that you could emotionally do that.
Because if you drop that without a glove, you try to catch Shohei Ohtani in a bare hand. You bring the blue glove to the front row of Dodger Stadium, and you dropped it.
Yeah, I'll lose an umbrella when it's raining, right? That glove made it there with you. You made sure you had the glove. You got the shot. The ball was in the glove.
Let me tell you my 100% wiring that I just came up with. And I was a good outfielder, so I would have caught it. But 100%, if you want to know my wiring, this would be 100% of my wiring. If that ball was hit to me and I had a glove on, but I also had half a $14 Molson beer that I bought, I would not drop the beer. I would be like, I pretty much can do this one-handed, and I'm not spilling this beer. I wouldn't like set it down because I'd knock it over with my foot, or I wouldn't drop it. If I was holding the beer, the $6 worth of beer that was in that plastic cup, I would not be able to just jettison the beer. I would make the catch. I'd go with the one hand grab. I would not spill the beer.
There was a guy a couple years ago, and maybe the guys can find this
with
clip.
the kid?
With the kid and the beer.
The guy's my hero.
He didn't drop the baby or the beer.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you're like, how that guy would have, he'd have caught that Ohtani ball in his hat.
I would just need to
beer and the nachos.
Do you have to change your whole identity? I mean, that's nobody in his life is going to see him the same.
I'll tell you what that guy doesn't want to see. There used to be a California lottery commercial where they would hold the tape for a second, where they would show, like, if you win the lottery, here's what you can do. And they showed this family renting out Dodger Stadium and, like, having a softball game and a picnic. If he sees that commercial, he's going into a hard tailspin. The guy got the balls, the guy who made his first trip to Dodger Stadium. Never been there before.
Didn't care, probably. Didn't even know what it was.
Well, he knows what it is now.
Now,
yeah. So now, does he sell it back to Ohtani, who's got a $700 million contract?
The Dodgers are famous for the last few years offering very, very little money to people who catch these moments.
Yeah.
So if he's smart, he hangs on to it and he goes straight to Ohtani himself. Leave the Dodgers out of this process.
Yeah, and leave his translator out of it. Because I feel like there's going to be a vig for that guy. He's got some debts. You got to go straight to Charlie Sheen. Yeah. That guy will pay top dollar for a baseball.
That's an interesting approach.
Look, Charlie, I don't know what this ball's worth. Nobody does. $500K today, it's yours. Now, maybe more than what you want to spend, but get a hold of me in 5 years and tell me what it is. So I'm just giving you first right of refusal, Charlie. Whatever you got, $500K.
Because I think Charlie Sheen had the Buckner ball for a while, and then it was gone for a while. Like he's into moving baseballs in and out of the Sheen collection. So yeah, get Charlie on the phone.
Get him on the blower. All right, what else do we got?
Inside the mysterious Orgy Dome at Burning Man, House rules to open for more area. Burning Man is known as a very hippie-esque paradise where peace and love roam the desert along with festival goers in Black Rock City. However, this year the festival is scheduled to go off without a hitch. Last year there was severe weather. This year it's going off without a hitch. Organizers of the Orgy Dome claim that there were 5,000 festival goers that stopped by the tent last year when they had the bad weather. The outlet interviewed 2 couples who had previously visited the dome and gave their firsthand experience of what it was like. So there's a whole entry process to get into the Orgy Dome. It's like the DMV, they said. You get a number, then you talk to one guy and take the test on the rules, then you wait some more. So many people want to get in and have sex with a large group of people that there's now a selection process. So not only do you have to get to Burning Man and get into Burning Man and get a Burning Man ticket, but now you've got to get through the process just to get into the Orgy Dome. Feels like if you're going to Burning Man, you should be able to.
I thought it was. Yeah, I didn't know that there would be a screening process.
Yeah,
I've never been to Burning Man. I thought that's what that was.
Coachella, you know, it's like you think you're going to go.
And how do they decide who does the screening? That's what I want to know. Who's the person that decides whether you're orgy worthy or not?
It's the long time orgy. I mean, the Orgy Dome is not an official name, but the long time burners, as they're called, who go in there and set up.
I know a guy who is involved with that. And it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
They have a area like a welcome mat, and they stand on it, and you've got to fill out this. They give you a clipboard. But they don't really care about what's on the clipboard, the questionnaire. You're actually standing on a scale. And we're doing the BMI.
Calculating it?
Yeah, we got the 7-Eleven height thing by the door. You know what I mean? That's in the background. And all that guy's doing is going to make sure you initial all that. Meanwhile, he's just looking down. And he's going, oh, this heifer's too much. Yeah. And then you give that person, and he goes, yeah, I'm going to have a seat over there.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah, and sit down slowly. We don't want you busting up the furniture. So, yeah, it's really just based on weight.
And there's a couple interesting tidbits.
And you got to have a ratio, right? Like you always have to bring a woman. You can't have you and your 5 buddies show up at the orgy zone, right?
Step 1 is being determined whether or not you are sober enough to consent. And understand all the rules.
All right.
Which seems like you've probably done enough drugs in your life.
Yeah, like that's probably a scale. Yeah, you're at Burning Man, not because you hate
These
drugs.
are heavyweights. These are heavyweights.
Another big draw for the Orgy Dome is that it's one of the few places at Burning Man that has air conditioning, which is rare.
So can anyone really consent? Because are you just sure people aren't going in there like, fuck me, that's fine. I just want an AC.
Yeah.
Like, how desperate might you be
How hot are you? Well, I'll let 5 guys fuck my wife while I watch.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how hot I am.
Exactly.
Do lines form? You know, like
for one person?
You know, like when you're walking through the mall and there's the food court. And you can
see what's the most popular.
There's like Jersey Mike's, and there's like 18 people lined up, and then you see the Mon Pa Chinese wok place like 2 doors down, and nobody's there, and you're like, oh, like I kind of feel bad that nobody wants your wok food, you know, and they're all lined up. Is there a hottie?
Probably.
With like guys taking bakery tickets and standing in line, and then there's some poor homely chick who's just sitting there like the Maytag repairman. Just bored. It's a reference.
Some descriptors of the Orgy Dome. The lighting is low and nice. There are nice drapes and comfy couches and pillows, and they provide lube and condoms. Once they call your group name, you remove your jackets and shoes, and they're stored for you in a cubby outside of the Orgy Dome. The ground is made of those black rubberized puzzle piece floor tiles.
Oh, yeah, you got to have that.
There are several mattresses, each with fresh sheets.
Yeah.
An attendant escorts you to your mattress. Entrants are also encouraged to use baby wipes and hand sanitizer.
Encouraged.
But
not required.
Not required. This is It's not a Starbucks during COVID.
Okay, so
it's an Orgy Dome.
I'm confused by the fresh sheets. Like, how fresh can they be? You know?
They did come in the back of a Berners Toyota Tacoma through the desert. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not buying that. They're very, yeah.
Well, how do you figure out who you get to have sex with?
Yeah, I don't know.
Vibes, bro.
Yeah, I feel like do you have to ask? Do you have to ask like, hello, can I have sex with your wife? I don't know. I mean, that's probably all on the thing.
I think it's like this. The Orgy Dome is like the Thunderdome. Once you're inside, anything goes. You know.
Tina Turner's singing. Yeah.
It's a great segue to the
I'm
next
sure,
story.
I'm sure that everybody's very happy. I think it's great. If that makes you happy, go for it.
I'm going to ask you this hypothetical, both of you.
Okay.
They got the hot chick posing in front of the Orgy Dome thing, but is she in the Orgy Dome? Or she just
No.
Yeah, when you go to Vegas, they have all the hot chicks for the strip club, but that chick isn't in the strip club, right?
She's the shot girl of the Orgy Dome right there.
Yeah.
She's selling you hand sanitizer at $11 a bottle.
Yeah. So would you rather have this?
Okay.
For your unborn daughter.
Well, we don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but let's just say it
I'm making her a daughter.
Okay, all right.
All right. And same with you, Joe.
Okay.
Would you rather have this person as the model on the billboard for Spearmint Rhino off the 5, where they get like 200 million eyeballs a day, or not on the billboard, but actually working at the Spearmint Rhino in the City of Industry? Now, on one hand, she's working as a stripper, but on the other hand, everybody you went to high school with sees your daughter up on the Spearmint Rhino billboard.
There's a lot to weigh there, though,
That's
because
what
then
I'm saying.
also, what about the money? Like, why
Exactly
she?
what I was going to say. Yeah. What was the day rate? What was her SAG-AFTRA day rate to be on the billboard versus what is she taking?
Because you could also
home?
explain that away. You could the billboard. You could be like, oh, you think that I would, but
well,
also
those are the people that say something to you. There's going to be vast throngs of humanity who just kind of know that's your daughter who never say anything.
And does she enjoy working at the strip club?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know her yet.
It's more about you. Like, what would you personally?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough.
That's
it is
why
really
I
tough.
gotta ask.
It's really tough.
That's the beauty. The most.
Because maybe she'll be like, I want to do both.
Yeah, once she gets a taste for the fame on the billboard, she's like, "Oh, it's just a campaign," and now.
Well, Joe knows from sports. Like when you hear the Raiders are 2.5 point favorite over the Seahawks, you go. Actually, the worst is when someone goes, "Well, I like the Raiders, but not by much," and then you always get the sports line. It's like 2.5 points. You're like, "Oh man." Well, that's what a good hypothetical stops people and makes them think about putting money down from the Seahawks. Like when they toggle back.
Right, because it's also forth. How long is the billboard up? How long is she working at the strip club for? How is she pursuing other things? Or is she only at the strip club?
I'll move on to my next hypothetical for you, Kat.
Is she using it to pay for school?
Well, my all-time favorite.
They're all paying for school.
Exactly, that's a trick question.
Here's my all-time favorite. You ready?
Okay. I can't wait to hear what this is.
It's the hypothetical that I'm proudest of.
Okay.
Because people toggle back and forth, and that's how you've known you've drawn it great when they go this way, and then they think about it for a little while, and then they come back the other way. All right, Kat, here's your choice.
Okay.
At the workplace, I mean, you happen to be at Gutfeld, you can either have had sex with the most disgusting person in that building that everyone's aware of. And we all, I don't know, Kilmeade. I'm just making a joke. I like Kilmeade. No, let's just pick out, let's just say Tyrus. Not that he's disgusting, but I'm just saying, let's just say, you're a happily married woman.
Yeah.
Okay. But you'd either have sex with Tyrus or you don't have sex with Tyrus, and everyone in the building knows you've had sex with Tyrus.
Oh, so
they know it. They don't even think it. They know, including Tyrus.
But okay, because for me that's easy to say. Just have everybody. I do not want to have sex with Tyrus. Not that he's disgusting, but I just like.
But would you like to go to a Christmas party where everybody thought you had sex with Tyrus?
Or you just take it and no one never talks about it ever.
It doesn't exist once you do it.
I don't know that I physically would as having sex with Tyrus.
Let's go with Greg. Let's go with Greg.
No, no.
No, you say no. It's easy to say no, but then picture yourself showing up every day.
Adam's a regular guest.
Is it offensive that I just started screaming?
Dr. Drew shows up and looks at you and goes, "How you doing, Kat?
I can't.
Are you doing okay? Honestly, are you okay?"
I feel like I don't care if people think I had sex with somebody that I didn't have sex with.
Including Gutfeld.
So I feel like I don't care if people think I had sex with someone that I didn't have sex with.
Everybody you work with thinks that.
That's better than I. That's
this
okay.
hypothetical only works with women, right? Like, because guys are just like, "Oh, just fuck her," and then
guys always do this. Guys always go, "Can I drink?" Because you pick the most homely woman that disgusts everybody, and they just go, "I can drink though, right? Oh, if I can drink, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, just bang it out.
Let's get over with."
That'd be interesting. Well, like, I wonder what my husband would want me to do.
He's not going to know.
No, but that's interesting. I wonder would he say fuck the guy? Or would he say have everybody think? Because that's interesting from his perspective, right? Would I rather have my wife
showing up at the Christmas party with you?
Yeah, exactly. And everybody like he doesn't even know that she had sex with.
And then at some point, Gutfeld walks over and hugs you. Everyone's watching you.
See, yeah, but the counterpoint is like after you're at home and you guys have a nice romantic evening, he's wondering, did I do it as good as Dr. Drew?
That's right.
He is the love line guy.
I like how now it's become 3 or 4 guys.
Drew's not on the table because you give him a freebie.
I like how it's become like 4 or 5 men.
The hypothetical is every woman has to pick the guy in their office that makes them cringe. And then, do you have one night with that man? And by the way, when you're done, he doesn't know it either.
Okay.
You're the only person who knows it, versus everybody and him knows it.
So he doesn't know that I had sex with him. So I'm a rapist.
Have sex with him. Yeah. You're like Bill Cosby.
You're asking me, would you either rape the host of the show that you work on or have everyone think that you had sex with him?
That's my question.
That's what you're asking me.
And it all happens in the Orgy Dome.
Would you rape...
Listen, it's a great hypothetical because you have to sit there and really weigh it out. Like, you really... ask questions about alcohol consumption, about what that person knew, about how long it took.
How does he not know? Do I drug him?
You hit him with the Men in Black.
In my hypothetical world, and that's the beauty of a hypothetical, he doesn't know, you're the only one who knows, versus the alternative, which is everyone knows. It's not rumor and innuendo. It's like they know.
I just happen to think there's another word for having sex with someone who doesn't know that you had sex with them.
You people, it's called a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical.
I think it's
you're acting like a real CNN correspondent right now, Kat.
I think it's horribly illegal and immoral.
The hypothetical is like, would you rather own the Hope Diamond or 25 Fabergé eggs? It's not a real question. It's a hypothetical question.
But he doesn't know. Yeah,
he doesn't know. So now it's just you.
Makes, I'm not like. I think the choice between rape and
it's not rape. That's consensual. It's just when we're done, he doesn't know.
It's consensual sex that he doesn't know.
After you're done. He loses memory of it.
But I live with the memory for the rest of my life.
You do. But think about the memories. Like we go, oh, God, I hate that, or I'm ashamed of that, or whatever. But really in a bubble of nobody ever witnessing what you did, like everyone takes a solid dump every morning. Now, doing that in the public doing it in the public square was a bad memory. Doing it alone in your bathroom at 8 a.m. isn't a bad memory. I mean, it's really all the shame. A lot of it comes from witnesses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's definitely true. That's definitely true. A lot of it comes from when although I don't care as much. I have people saying stuff about me all the time, like who
just
don't
think
know.
of that Christmas party.
But yeah, that's what I would ask my husband. I would say, listen, do you want me to fuck this guy or not? What would you rather? I would say, would you listen, babe? Here's what's gonna happen.
I'll be your husband. I'll be Cam.
Yeah,
Pitch
so
it to
say
me.
Cam.
Yeah.
Listen, this is gonna sound crazy, but I either have to have sex with him and no one will know, or I don't have sex with him, babe, and everyone's gonna think that your wife did have sex with him.
Okay, who's fucking babies in you? I want to know. Because I'm starting to ask questions myself. Is this a way of you telling me something?
Right. Listen.
All right, let's get rid of the baby. Not get rid of it, but let's put it aside. Let's carve it out. No? Wait a minute. Let's just say no, baby.
So I'm not pregnant in this situation.
If I'm Cam, I would also need to talk to me.
Yeah.
And because I'd need to have a consultation with me, the maker of the hypothetical, and he'd say, okay, Kat has come to me. Kat has presented your hypothetical.
Yeah, he would call you.
And in your hypothetical, either everyone knows my beautiful, adoring wife slept with Gutfeld, but she didn't, or she must do it, but nobody knows, including Gutfeld, but no one will know but Kat. But does that include me? Because if it includes me, then she can sleep with him because I will not know about it either. But she talked to me about it, so did we preempt the knowledge part? So and I would tell him I'd have to think about it.
So would his mind also be erased, or he would have to know?
That's what I'm saying.
Because I would have to. I would outsource the decision to him.
If his mind would also be erased, then I think he would have to go with it.
Yeah.
Joe knows what I'm talking about. But if he's got to live with it, if it has to be both your secret shame, then maybe not.
I think a nice level of the hypothetical is like if she asks him about it, then he knows about it. But if she doesn't ask him about it, then he's part of the knowing group. And you have to make this decision on your own. I like that even better.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Oh wow, what a wife!
Yeah.
But I like that you guys would sit down, perhaps with a therapist.
Yeah, I would sit down. I was just going to say my therapist.
Now we can bring Dr. Drew back in.
I was like,
I knew Dr. Drew was getting into
Dr.
this.
Drew, you would not believe the predicament that your buddy Adam just put me into here, but I'm going to need you.
I think you can imagine.
He'd be like, oh, is it the thing again?
All right. We got a Shohei Ohtani message on my board from 25 minutes ago that you can probably get rid of. But we could put other stuff on there. All right, Kat Timpf. We got Keith Urban, who's doing a one-on-one with Waiting in the Wings. And Kat, the book is called I Used to Like You Until, and it'll be available September 10th, but you can pre-order it
right now, and
right?
you should.
You should.
It's a great book. I'm very proud of it. It's better than the last book, actually.
Wow, and the last book was very good. And we can go where? We can go to your website?
TheRealCatTimpf.com.